Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On first down, Brandt. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Brandt. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for second down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brandt. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 28. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Zambrano throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Zambrano. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
2nd down and 3. A handoff for Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Zambrano. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches just say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No return here for Richard, and that will bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, Richard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun. Bryant. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt. The open man here, Renfro. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Vegas. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bryant. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run here for J.D. McKissic. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Zambrano. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Solomon Thomas busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A throw to the flat here from McKissic. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bryant able to find Waller. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. A little juke.
Missed.
It will not go down. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Zambrano. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Zambrano. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has once again taken the lead. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Slide for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Richard going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 1st and 10, Brandt into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on 1st down. Zambrano. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Zambrano. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Zambrano. That's Samuel. Caught left side.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel from 8 yards out.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Sly on for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Richard going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw on second down. Brandt drops this off to Richard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Brandt. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back back to throw again.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. First down, Zambrano. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Zambrano. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Carter, a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. and 2. Zambrano, and he finds McLaurin. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 2.
Looking to throw. Brandt. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a second down and 6.
Operating from the gun. Brandt firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Brandt.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Off the play fake. Brandt. And his throw here is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Zambrano.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, Zambrano. And his throw is incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Zambrano. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, Brandt in trouble, and he's taken down. Chase Young, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Brandt got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success, as they did on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brandt. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Zambrano. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Looking to throw. Zambrano. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on 1st down. Bryant over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brandt. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Brandt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brandt. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Brandt. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Throwing after the interception. Brandt, he'll swing this one out to Richard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Brandt, short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, Brandt, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Brandt. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brandt. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. That catch good for only a couple. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brandt. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Brandt throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Brandt.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Back to throw. Brandt. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 8. Gibson again.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
them up 5.
Still 30.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.